So I was hoping to keep the shower and just repair it.
It's supposed to be the vent, but they've used it as a wet vent.
Yeah.
Which you can't because it's got to be 2-inch.
So no plumber did this.
Not that knew the code.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Not only that, it has negative fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Which means it's gonna plug up.
Yeah, leaning here. Yeah.
Nice work. Why didn't he just go this way?
Yeah, I don't understand why.
And no, a plumber did not do this.
Because of that 90.
You cannot put a 90 on its side in the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
For drainage.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Okay, originally there was a 3-inch here for something, and he's hacked into it. Oh, what? There's no floor drain.
That's what that is.
So our friend...
So that's what he did. He took the floor drain out, which is a 3-inch, and made it the toilet bowl run.
Yeah, and tied everything else into there, which is why he needed to find new drains for the condensate, because he took away their drain.
So the plan now is, instead of the washer and dryer were here, okay, we're gonna put a stackable unit there.
Okay.
We're gonna build a false wall in front of this wall, right? That'll allow us to put our plumbing in so it's not on the exterior wall. And then our toilet's gonna stay where it is. I mean, it's a very small space.
It is a small space.
But we could, in theory, put the vanity here now.
Yeah.
Right? Or over there.
Don't just get so high.
That's how it was. That's the angle that it was on.
Yeah, but it's way above the floor.
Like, there you go.
Oh, it's not glued.
It's not glued. Nice.
That makes the disassembly easier.
When you don't glue the fittings?
Yeah.
Here's a prime example of why we had to remove some of the drywall. This laundry box that I'm actually hoping to reuse was installed incorrectly. Where a washing machine connects, we're required to use 2-inch pipe, not 1.5 inch, and we must have at least 18 to 30 inch drop before the P-trap to stop the soap suds from coming back up the pipe. Here we have about 8 inches, nowhere close to the minimum required by code. This really is first year apprentice stuff that never should have been installed this way to begin with. Can we tie into that vent up over here as well?
Yeah, we can just run it across the back wall. It's all open anyway. There's no reason to go.
Well, we can't get back there right now. Like once.
Yeah, you can walk around.
Did you walk through here?
Yeah, it's tight, but.
Are you thinner than me? Stop it. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it.
I don't know. I could get through there before Christmas, so.
I'm going to use this laundry box, and what I'm going to do, because he put a bushing there, is I'm just going to put another bushing to make it 2-inch. Here.
Sure, man.
I can't?
No.
Why not? Because the hook that hooks in.
The plumbing code says you cannot reduce a drain size.
Yeah, but it's not a drain. That's just the hook where the thing hooks in. You know, the thing you put the hook on. It's going to be here.
That's an interesting question.
The drain's going to start here. So.
Yeah, because I was going to drill it out, and then I thought about it last night. I was like, oh, that tool's for 1.5 inch. I don't have a.
Yeah.
We haven't even tried the 1.5 inch.
But why can't I just put a coupler on there and make that 2-inch there? Like, come on. Like, come on.
I understand what you're saying, but the code is the code. Right? It doesn't necessarily have to make sense. It's the law.
Okay.
So I guess what I'm going to try and do is leave this alone and just leave it be. Because it's now got a trap over there that's vented.
We got that 90 though.
We can cut that and put 45s.
Can you come up here with a pipe straight up, a 2-inch pipe? It's not going to be inside the wall. It's going to be in the false wall.
Yeah.
We come up here, and then I come this way like that to grab my laundry box, and then this goes up and is vented.
Yeah, so we're just gonna, like wherever you want, like there, because you're gonna put the box, right?
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll measure.
I guess this pipe is pretty much all garbage anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. I am very grateful for Rob's expertise in donating his time. Rob is from Eastern Ottawa Plumbing, obviously right here in Ottawa. And, someone like Rob is amazing to have on site, amazing to help. He's a natural teacher as well. But, one of the things that always strikes me, be it an electrician or a plumber, or just people who do something every day, something very particular. They can walk into a room and they can look at the stuff right away, just kind of like take a glance and go, this isn't done by a licensed plumber. This wasn't inspected, I can tell you. But one of those things that he talked about today that we should go over, well, real quick, is this 3-inch 90. This is a 3-inch 90. This was Liz's floor drain. So this was kind of sticking up on a vertical axis like this, and the floor drain would have been, here somewhere. Well, What the other contractor had done is kind of rotated it like this on its back, and he would put the toilet in. We're not allowed to use these on its back underground. And one of the reasons why that's not allowed is, well, think about trying to clean it out, right? If the plumber comes and there's a jam here for some reason, he's trying to get a snake underneath here to clean it out, he might not be able to. There's no reason to use these underground this way. It doesn't make sense. When they sell something better, right, which is just 245s. This will make the same turn and accomplish the same thing. And the other contractor should have used it, and this would have passed code, right? Like, because the snake can come down and clean it all out. This was under her tiles. She would have eventually, her renovation isn't that old, but eventually this would have jammed up with stuff from the toilet, which isn't awesome. And what would that plumber would have said? Like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't get my snake down here. There's something wrong. I can't fish it out. We're gonna have to bang up your floor and re-tile your floor and dig down. Don't use these underground. This was a red flag. The other thing that Rob talked about quickly is the condensate pump. What is a condensate pump? Well, it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. The furnace or your air conditioner generates water, condensation, kind of like, grade 8 math or grade 8 science. Sorry. That water has to go somewhere. We just can't let it drip on the floor. Well, next to your furnace, there's a little pump. That pump will pump the water somewhere, like kind of like to a sink or to a drain or wherever, right? So it doesn't collect on the floor. The other contractor, he took away Liz's floor drain, which is where the water from the furnace was discharging, or the condensation from was discharging. So he put another drain somewhere and a pump over there. He didn't do it right. But when he took away her floor drain, that generated a ton of problems for her that they needed to solve. Otherwise, there would be water everywhere. So that's what a condensation pump is. It just collects the condensation and pumps it somewhere. Condensation pump, super simple. Let's just pretend for argument's sake that this is just a regular P-trap in the floor. The P-trap stops the gases from coming up, and this would be the top of the concrete, and this is where the floor drain would be, right there, right? Well, floor drains don't get a lot of water, and the water in the P-trap can evaporate out, and that would allow sewer gases, from the sewer system to come up and expose you to it. And we don't want that. So what Rob actually did is he ran like a little T off of here, and he ran this over to the furnace. We're going to disable the get rid of the condensate pump, and we're going to allow the furnace to just drain right into this. This will allow this to always have water in it, and that way we know our floor drain will never evaporate and you don't get those smells. So if you're getting smells in your basement from your floor drain, it's probably because the water has evaporated here. Back in the 80s, I don't think they did this. They certainly didn't do it in the 50s and 60s when you have a floor drain. But this is what we do now, and this is what Rob built for us. Get your floor drain. We're gonna put something pretty here so that it looks really nice. It looks like a floor drain, but then underneath the ground, this is gonna go over behind the wall, right next to the furnace. We'll put the hose in for the furnace for that condensate pump, and it'll just function like this forever. No need to stress out that pump is gonna die and you're gonna get a flood, because it happens. Pretty simple. The other contractor did not know this. He took away the floor drain. He probably also took away the primer for the floor drain. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. If the other contractor had done this, I probably wouldn't be here. You see that Rob's been busy, huh?
Yeah, he's been at it.
We have a washing machine and a dryer that the client needs. We're 2 weeks away from our first inspection. She needs to use her washing machine.
Right.
And,
no doubt.
And where do we put it? I can't put it on top of this.
No.
Max, the electrician, is coming on Wednesday this week. We'll build a wall. We'll attach it up here to these studs there. We can put our dryer exhaust straight up and out.
Nice.
Somehow we're gonna hook up the washing machine today. So we'll run something off that monstrosity there that we're cutting out anyway, and we'll just extend it over. We'll screw it to the door frame. We'll put the washing machine in front of the door frame.
Yeah.
And then she can do her laundry this week. Coolio, let's get started.
Build a wall.
You're not allowed to have lumber touch concrete because it can wick the moisture up and start to mold and all of that stuff. So, in preparation for that, you have to have this little piece of plastic. It's square. There we go. So now this is all nicely covered with plastic, right? So when we do our concrete, we push it all underneath. Inspector can see everything. Because the person who tiles this floor is going to be super happy with me, right? And that person's going to be you. When we're here, Joel, we'll actually replace this piece of 2x that they cut the poles for with a spotlight. It was ridiculous. Like, we'll replace it, you know, when
It's a new piece.
yeah.
Did you make sure it was square? Is the person drywalling the ceiling gonna be happy with you?
That person might also be you.
I know it will be.
We're going to end up taking down the whole ceiling.
Yeah, I know.
I can see that.
Yeah.
My eyeball. Perfect.
You see how that just prop?
The holes.
You know.
Yeah, well, because he put
I know. I
it
know.
across and then cut it for the potholes.
I don't even know what this is actually doing, other than just
Nothing. It's just
other than just.
no,
I'm
nothing.
assuming maybe it was a joint.
I want to put a 2x6 up there, and then we'll get Max to put the electrical here for the dryer. I don't even know why I carry a level now. I honestly.
How come you're still adjusting it then?
Well, I need perfection. There's rough carpentry, and then there's what
Then
I'm
there's
doing.
Ryan's carpentry.
Yeah.
He needs a new blade. That's a cold square.
Let's just take it down. Don't know why I left it up.
What did you do?
I pulled the ceiling down because I thought it was stupid what we were doing. We were ripping down, but look at the wire.
Is that from you?
No. Turn the lights on now. Do I have light?
Boom.
Ah, that's better.